This is the Volari condo. PropertyLimBrothers today is at Balmoral Road, District 10, and we are in Volari condo that has been completed in the year 2012. And I think this is really qualified to be called a hotel theme resort condo feel, because just have a look at this jacuzzi right here. You have a jacuzzi right outside your master room. That is fantastic. And the interesting thing is that for ground floor lovers, out of the 85 units right here, there are only 4 ground floor units that leads you straight on to this pool that feels like you are really in a hotel that is facing towards Goodwood Hill, and the amount of greenery here and fresh air is beautiful at Bukit Timah. So ground floor lovers, let's follow us, and we're going to show you this 3-bedroom plus a special unique basement. Let's go. Now this is a 2,809 square feet, 3-bedroom ground floor apartment. It has 2 living room areas. One is of course internally, and of course this is an outdoor living room area, but it feels like part of the space itself. You also have 2 dining, 1 al fresco, 1 formal dining. You have a nice enclosed kitchen with its own island, plus a nice sized yard, plus you also have 3 very good sized bedrooms. One of them is ensuite, of course, master ensuite, plus a Jack and Jill bathroom, and on top of that, a private lift, plus this very unique basement that belongs to you exclusively. And of course, this you can use it as an entertainment room, or your 4th bedroom as your guest room, and I'm going to bring you down later to show you more. But right now, let's have a look at level 1, how it feels like living on a ground floor unit. The beauty about Volari is that this is a development that has such a nice land plot, because on Balmoral Road you have 2 sites. This site faces towards the Goodwood Hill area. Now we were just at TST, the Scotts Tower. If you have seen that video where we bring you to that $13 million penthouse by Far East, overlooking towards the view, that will be the Goodwood Hill area with a lot of black and white landed properties that is just right here. And Volari happens to be the project along Balmoral Road that faces internally towards the greenery zone. So right now, you are on this corner stack right here, and this happens to be one of the very rare ground floor units, because out of 85 units right here, you have 20 units that are 2-bedders, you have 31 units that are 3-bedders, you have another 29 units that are 4-bedders, and of course 5 penthouses right here. But all in, there are only 4 ground floors, and out of the 4, 2 of them belongs to the 3-bedroom ground floors like this one. The other 2 belongs to the 4-bedroom ground floors. Now the 3-bedroom ground floor like this unit, it has 2,809 square feet, and of course that comprised of this beautiful patio space, plus the nice sized basement downstairs. And the most important thing is that when you live in a ground floor unit, it must allow you and your family and your kids to be able to walk out straight on to the facility zone. Just check out the pool, plus all the sun decks and the nice relaxing lounge pods right there. The children playground is right on the other side, plus a nice kids pool, and you have a very good sized gym, beautiful lounge right there to entertain your guests. You also have very good outdoor zonings for cooking pavilions, and the most important thing is that because you're on the corner stack, this gives you a high amount of privacy even though you're on a ground floor unit. Now the ground floor units here are pretty distinct because it's elevated slightly upwards, so you're actually above ground level a little. So you do have to take 2 to 3 steps down to the actual ground floor level for your patio space. Now, this is pretty interesting because you can take your private lift straight on from the basement the moment you park your car. Now this project completed 2012. It was done by CDL. Now the architect, definitely we have to mention who is the architect, because this project was designed by Architect 61. And of course some of the notable projects that Architect 61 has done, like Helix Bridge, Principal Garden, Marina One, Tanjong Pagar Center, including Capitol Piazza. So definitely fantastic track records, and you can have a look at the way that this development is designed. Just by this outlook, it really feels like you're some sort like in a hotel kind of style. And the amount of greenery right here, plus the beautiful landscaping that has been done to this development. Not only, of course, you are in a prime area, the schools here are also fantastic. Of course, within 1 km, you have ACS Primary and Singapore Chinese Girls Primary School right within the 1 kilometer zone. So for families and parents that are planning for your future kids' schools entry requirements, this is, of course, perfect to be one of the projects in your radars. And coming in, marble flooring throughout, all the way from the lobby walkway through your living towards your bedroom walkway. Fantastic living room size. Now, usually luxury apartments in D9 and 10, they are mostly done with the wide angular kind of layout for the living room space, because this gives the living plus dining the equal amount of frontage towards the balcony. It flows the outdoors towards the indoor and indoor towards the outdoor, so it feels like you're in one flow, and there's a lot more space for interaction, a lot more space for your kids to play around with. Living room space, as what you can see, we're putting this nice 5-seater L-shaped sofa. A lot more space even for a single armchair. So that's where your TV will go, or your bookcase. We like this wall right behind the dining table because this still gives you an equal amount of space for putting some nice dining bookshelves right here or display cabinet right at the dining zone. Now, as you come to the kitchen, you have this beautiful rectangular kitchen size with its own island right in the middle, and Gaggenau appliances, mixture of induction plus open flame cooking. And of course, you have a dishwasher right here that's already pre-built, very top of the line appliances that the developer has given. Now, coming back here, microwave, conventional oven. Even for the island here, you still have a concave portion that you can put in 2 bar stools right here. And of course, this is definitely the built-in fridge. So the fridge will be Bosch, and bottom freezer, a lot of space. Plus you have a lot of storage options right within this portion as well. And of course, not forgetting soft closure when you come to a luxury apartment status. Now, of course, when you have a private lift, you definitely have a back door. And yard space is great that you can actually put this entire laundry drying system over here. And of course, if you look backwards, you're actually above ground, so you're elevated upwards. And I think that's a very clever design, because staying on ground floor, you do want a little bit more privacy as well. So the elevation actually helps that. Home shelter right here for your storage zone. And of course, you have a WC at this area. So this is a very nice zone for you to put in your washer cum dryer. And of course, laundry is taken care of. Now, as we head back, you can close up this 2 glass panel, so when you do heavy cooking, it's a beauty. I think if you're going for something that has space, a mixture of outdoor plus indoor space, definitely ground floors are a key benefit. So why do a lot of people buy ground floors is that not only can you put in a lot of outdoor furnitures right here, you can entertain over the weekends, on the evenings. At the same time, it's safe for your kids because they can just shout out to daddy, mommy to head on to swim at the kids pool. Of course, they can't use the facilities very freely without taking the lift, and you don't have to worry about putting invisible grills and stuff like that, because ground floor is such a beauty for kids. Plus, if you have pets as well, the outdoor patio is definitely fantastic. Now, on top of that, we want to have a look at the basement. I'm going to show you the basement first, and this is a very nice zone because there are various options that you can use this space. So downstairs can be a separate bedroom area, or alternatively you can use it as your home office, or you can use that as an entertainment room. Now, if you want to put in a door here, you can put in a door right here at this portion, just to have the separation if let's say you want downstairs to be a little bit more private. So as you head down, there are nice windows right here, and very good size room right here that leads straight on to the car park. And of course, as you head straight to the car park, so when you park your car just right outside your unit, there's also a very nice bicycle bay right there. So that's the place for you to put your bikes, your kids' bike. But of course, when you just leave it at the ground floor, you can just put it at your own patio. So you can just push your bikes out, you can cycle around the entire Bukit Timah area. And this area will be perfect for entertainment room, because this wall is for you to put in your projector screen right here. Put in a nice L-shaped couch at the corner. Alternatively, as mentioned, use this as your home office. Come down to work, once you finish work, head upstairs back to your family. Or use this as a space for your kids to study. There's a lot of wall space for your bookshelves, assessment books. So a lot of usage there that is having that little bit of separation from the main level, but at the same time, you're interconnected internally, and that's perfect. That's fantastic to have. And then the moment you come up to the private live area, you start to see nice floor-to-ceiling glass panel windows. That brings in a lot of brightness right here. So even if I were to off the lights, it's still bright. Seldom do we see ground floor units that bright. Right now it's like 12. It's not even in the evening yet that the sun is tilted, shining in. But anyway, this is full-on north-south facing. There's no direct afternoon sun, there's no direct morning sun. It's full-on north-south. You're facing towards south. It's beautiful. There's no afternoon sun coming in here, but at the same time, you get the amount of brightness and you get breeze coming in here through windy days. And the hall is also fantastic. Not just having that full-size living room area, you still have a lot of wall features for you to renovate, for you to put on display. And as you head towards this zone, this is where your common bath is. And of course, full-on marble throughout, wall tiles, flooring, immaculate condition. This is also a Jack and Jill to the third bedroom. And bedroom-wise, very solid and good finishing in terms of the wood flooring. So nice full-on timber right for all the bedrooms. Of course, during that era, there was a bay window. Of course, this room is very good size. So the bay window actually is sort of like an added bonus, because if you want to have a look at some of the usage of bay windows, basically you can have a lot of different creativity. So firstly, you can mount your bed onto part of the bay window as a customized bed option. Have a look at the 3D visualization photos we have. You can also design a full-on dressing table or study table right on the bay window facing outwards. Now, two of the bedrooms will face towards the Balmoral Road, but as mentioned, the ground floor is slightly elevated upwards, and as you look towards this, these are projects on the flip side of Balmoral. And of course, Balmoral Road is a nice two-lane road that is not busy, and the beauty is that cuts through towards Newton. It also cuts through towards the Scots area, and here is about 600 over meters to Newton MRT station, 900 over meters to Stevens MRT station. And of course, Bukit Timah area now is so convenient with the MRT line being flush along the entire Bukit Timah region, and that brings you to town very easily. So as we head towards the second bedroom, this room is slightly larger. So as you see, we can put in two nice size singles. So that's perfect for your kids' room. You can also put in a nice full-on king bed. Wardrobe is tucked right at the corner. And of course, you have this bay window overlooking towards the front of the development. Now, of course, your master is unique because the master has the view of the internal facing towards the development itself. And you have this portion here. There's like a mini living room area that you can use this as your dressing room. You can use this as your home office area, or you can just use this as a nice zone to put in your couch, your bookshelves, because your wardrobe space is actually right here with 8 panels of wardrobe tucked at this L corner. This leads you towards your ensuite, and your ensuite is really hotel-like. Nice wall-to-wall mirror on my right-hand side. Look at the size of this sink. So it's a dual sink with 2 sink taps, but at the same time, this thing is so huge. It's like, oh my goodness, it's definitely slightly more than a meter. And WC is here, long bath, standing shower. And of course, as we head out, this is your private jacuzzi that is tucked right at your patio towards the corner, just right outside your master ensuite. And this is such a beauty because it's very rare to have a private jacuzzi within your ground floor patio, and not a lot of projects have this feature. Not forgetting that there are only 2 ground floors, 3-bedder units configuration right here on top of the 2 ground floor 4 beds. We really love this portion. You can put your bicycles here, you can put your scooters here for your kids. So there are a lot of usage for your patio space. The most important thing is that the per square foot pricing, based on the asking price of $4.98 million, flush with the size of 2809 square feet, that is at about 1,772 per square feet. And in terms of PSF or freehold development, right on at D10, Balmoral Road, Bukit Timah area. We all know how much are the PSF for new launches right now. Even for 99's development in D9 and 10, they're already in the range of about $2,500 per square foot. Freehold, needless to say, they're close to about $3,000 per square foot for new launches. This is, of course, in the secondary market. 1,722 PSF for freehold. I think it's fantastic. So at this range, perhaps you are looking at something that is of size and you want to buy something that don't feel smallish, but at the same time, you want to enjoy that level of space that your family will want to have. Alright, so thank you for staying with us throughout this 3-bedroom super unique ground floor with the basement level as your dual key split level unit. And of course, if you want to have a freehold development, you have a budget of about 4 million, 5 mil, that's looking for something that is in D10. Balmoral Road is of course one of the very preferred address that a lot of families are looking at. So once again, thank you for staying with us throughout this fantastic, unique ground floor freehold unit at Balmoral. This is Volari condo, and my name is Melvin, PropertyLimBrothers. As always, happy to show the place. Take care.
All that other bull, it don't matter much.
Then ending 啊，ending 啊，
非常快的。
去里面躲一下。有点快，1个钟头了，都要躲在后面呢。And then follow me. You're still here? All right. Okay, so